Hey guys, it's Mike Doyle at Century 21. And if you live here in Southern California, you know that owning investment property is always a good thing. Look, nobody has ever lost money buying and holding real estate here in Southern California. But the biggest complaint, the biggest hurdle that I see owners make all the time is, my goodness, real estate is so expensive here. I have to put down so much money. It's just not possible to buy an investment property, or the deal doesn't pencil out. So I'm going to walk you through a scenario that I myself used earlier this year to buy a rental property with literally no money down. Now, the numbers are going to change based on your specific scenario, but I'm going to lay out for you an example of what I did to buy an investment property with literally no money down. All right, so step one is this: taking a cash out refinance out of your primary residence. Now, we all know that if you've owned a home here in Orange County for over 5 years, you now have a ton of equity sitting in your home, and it's just sitting there unused. So we're going to use an example of, let's say this: you bought a home in 2016 for $600,000, and it's now worth about $1.1 million. So you have about $500,000 in equity. Well, all we need in this example is we're going to pull out a $250,000 of that equity to buy the next property. So we're going to assume a cash out refinance of $250,000 at an interest rate of about 5.875%. Now that's going to increase your monthly mortgage payment on your primary residence by about $1,500, okay? So right now we've taken out $250,000 of cash from our primary residence, and we now every month have to pay an additional $1,500 a month. So how are we going to use that $250,000? Well, we're going to buy an investment property, and we're going to target a purchase price of around $700,000. Now, the key when buying investment properties, always the key, is you've got to make your money going into the home, meaning you have to find a good deal. Now, if you want, advice on what a good deal is or how to find a good deal, subscribe, or hit me up for the comments below. But I will tell you that even in today's market, there are good deals to be found. And a good deal we can summarize as something that is bought below market value. Below market value, okay? We're gonna buy a home at $700,000. Now, investment property requires you put down 25%. So our down payment is going to be $175,000, okay? You've got some closing costs in there that are about $5,000. So once you're all done, we had $250,000 to start with. We did a 25% down, so we spent $175,000 plus about $5,000 in closing costs. So now we have about $70,000 left over to do some basic remodels to the home. Now, hopefully you don't have to spend too much money, but by spending an extra $70,000 on a home, you're hoping to raise the value of the property and to get it so that you're going to get a great tenant in. So you buy a $700,000 home here in Southern California at about 5.875-6% interest rate. Your payment is going to be about $3,900 a month. We're going to hope to rent it out for about $4,800 a month. And this is critical, guys. Rental rates have risen as much or more than the home prices around here. And I'm telling you, the demand for rental property has never been higher. So the rents you can charge have never been greater, and the tenants that you're renting to have never been more qualified. So really don't worry about that part of it. I will tell you right now, if you've got a good home in a good neighborhood with good condition, you're gonna find a great tenant who's gonna pay you a lot of money for your rental. So you are spending $3,900 a month in mortgage for your rental property. You're collecting about $4,800 a month. So you're a positive about $900 a month. Now, you had to take out the $250,000. You had to take out an additional $1,500 a month. So you're going to be negative about, I'd say, $500 to $600 a month in this whole transaction, which is not great. However, you didn't have to put a dime down, and I would argue that buying and holding a investment property long term here in Southern California is probably worth that $500 a month in added expenses. Now, obviously, the better deal you get, the less money every month you have to come up with, right? But I'm just telling you right now that buying and holding is not a bad idea, and the key to it is taking a cash out refinance from your primary residence, actually using the equity in your home to help finance your retirement. Look, as always, like and subscribe below if you like this content. And if you have specific questions about what I did or what you can do for your next property, hit me up below. I'm happy to help. Thanks.